So we're just going to start in a strong standing posture. Oh, let me just straighten up that camera a little bit. Better. So nice and grounded through the feet. We're just going to shift side to side, just lifting up through the sides of the feet, just to mobilize, really super efficient to mobilize through the joints of the feet. Again, a nice little bit of movement through the ankles, through the knees, warming everything up. Get a little bit of clicking, that's okay. And then we're going to shift forward and back. So onto the toes and the balls of the feet, and then shift gently back onto the heels. And as we move, or as we rock back and forth, we're going to take it further up onto the toes, pressing down through the big toe, activating through the calves, through the undersides of the feet. It's a nice way of waking everything up. And then from there, narrow stance, we're going to go and slide the hands down to just above the knees, and then we're going to circle through those knees. So notice what's going on around the feet. Ideally, we want them to be as grounded as possible, but there will be a little bit of lift through there. Okay, and we're going to take the knees into a deep knee bend if we can. Create that nice fluent circle. And then we're going to change direction. Good. We bring it into a standing position. We widen the feet, and we're just going to just dip through one side of the pelvis and then the other. So we've just got those hip wiggles. We get a very subtle release through the inner thighs. We're trying to keep the upper body nice and still. So rather than it following, upper body stays still, we're dipping through the pelvis. And from there, we're going to take it into a circle. So dip to the side, push forward, squeeze through the glutes, open through the pelvis, dip to the side and scoop it round. And just try and create a nice fluent movement. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about whether you're doing it right or wrong. Just think about how it feels. We're looking for some inner thigh release, and we get some really lovely movement through the hip joints. And then we're going to change direction. Scoop it round, forward, side, scoop it round. Okay, from there, we're going to take it down onto the mat. Let's adjust that a little bit. Okay, so as efficiently as we can, we're going to bend through those knees and hips, take ourselves into a seated position, and we're going to have those legs out in front of us. We're going to place the hands down behind us and flat. And then we're just going to lift and open through the chest. It's really nice to just create that opening through the chest, to set the shoulder blades in a nice position. Just take a moment in this position. Okay, from there, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay, we can use the fingertips down to help us, and we're going to widen through the feet. So we've got that V shape through the legs. Use the fingertips to assist us, and we're just lengthening through the spine. I want you to notice the connection of the legs, heels, calves, hamstrings, seat bones, and glutes to the ground. Okay, so notice the grounding of those. And then we use the fingertips to help with the lengthening of the spine. Okay, and the goal is to be able to lift those hands up and maintain the length through the spine. If you're not quite there, that's okay. Use the fingertips. Lengthen through the neck, set the shoulders in a nice position and create length through the spine. Remember that grounding of the legs for a nice stable position. Okay, and then from here, we're going to bend, we're going to kind of swizzle to the side, bend through the knees and take it into that split leg position. Okay, so if you're unsure, just take a look at what I'm doing. We swizzle back. We almost kind of rotate through the pelvis and the hips, and then the legs follow. Okay, so we draw it back. This is our start position, that V of the legs. We move as if we're shifting to the side, and the legs follow. Okay, we bring it back, and we're looking at fluency of movement with this. So if you need to narrow it, narrow the feet, you can. Okay, just work with what feels optimal for you. Okay, if we want to add a little bit more into this, we draw it. The same hand as the back foot, we're going to reach it all the way forward. Okay, we bring it back. We glide it back into that V-leg position. We switch to the other side. The same hand that can touch the back foot, we reach it all the way forward. Okay, we glide it back. Okay, V-leg position. Make sure we're grounded through those legs. We switch it to the side. We reach all the way forward. Okay, draw it back. Bring it round. Same hand as the back foot. We reach it all the way forward. We're going to do one more on each side. And just think about the transition. That's the key to this exercise, the whole movement. So the transition from one side to the other. We're looking at fluency of movement. We reach that. Okay, amazing. So we bring that back together. We're going to switch to the 4-point kneeling position with the hands down. Okay, toes onto the ground. And we're going to lift through the knees into that downward facing dog. So think about strong shoulders. So we're pressing down and away through the heels of the hands. Okay, easing the heels down, tailbone back. So inverted V. Okay, from here, we're going to walk the feet towards us. If we need to bend through those knees, then we do it. If we need to come up onto those fingertips, we do it. Ground the feet. Big full breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to restack the spine. One vertebrae at a time. Into that strong standing position, and we're going to roll through those shoulders. You glide forward, up and over, open the chest. Glide forward, up and over, open the chest. Once more. And we're going to either clasp the hands behind us or hold the hands behind us. And we're just gently lifting through the chest, a gentle lift through the rib cage, and we're just imagine those shoulder blades are hugging the rib cage. We're drawing down and together through there. A nice grounding of the feet. Okay, relax the arms down. We're going to take a wide stance with the feet, and we're going to start super simple. We're just shifting from one side to the other. Okay, so we're bending through one knee. When you do that, I want you to think about the positioning of the foot so that the knee glides over the toes. Okay, but it's low level, nice and light on the knees. Just getting the body used to that shift. Good. I'm just going to widen my feet a little bit more, but that's completely optional. Okay, and we're going to bend through one leg. We're going to take the bottom back. We're looking at nice release through the inner thigh of the straight leg. Okay, and with the same hand as the straight leg, we're just going to reach that down towards the foot. So we're kind of in a squat position with that bent knee. So optimal position, loading through the ankle, knee and hip. We reach that hand down and then we draw it up. Now you don't have to touch the foot. If you want to, you can just touch the knee. You can touch the lower leg, whatever works. But it's about efficiency of movement. We shift that way over. Remember the position of the foot means that the knee can glide over the toes. We're sitting the bottom back as if we were in a squat. Okay, the same hand as the straight leg is going to reach down towards the foot and we power that back up. Okay, so we can all do these movements really quick and without much thought. The idea of this is that we really fine tune it so that it's a really beneficial movement. We're optimizing our position and we're really powering up into that standing position. Okay, so we're utilizing the body in the best possible way. So we shift it over, reach down, glide up. Okay, we shift it over, reach down, glide up. We shift it over, reach down, glide up. We shift it over, reach, glide up. Okay, we're going to do that once more. Shift it over, reach down, glide up. Amazing. Okay, from there, we step it back to center, and then we're going to take ourselves back down onto the mat. So bend through those knees and hips. We're going to take the legs out in front of us again. Okay, lengthen through the spine. You can use those fingertips down behind us to assist us. So we're lengthening through the spine, but make sure we're not hitching through the shoulders. Okay. Now another way of doing this, if you need further assistance, is to place your back against a wall or a piece of a wall or a door is optimal, yeah. So from here, we're going to lift up through one heel, okay, ground the other leg, and then we're stepping it over, so over and out, okay, and we're going to do that again with the same leg. We lift up through the heel, lift that leg, we step it over and out. All this time, we're trying not to slump, we're trying not to take it back, we're lengthening through the spine, okay. Now the other leg is the one that's moving. So the leg we've just moved is grounded. Notice that connection. We lift the heel up and over. Okay, that's once. We go again. We lift it up and over. That's twice. Okay. Just take a moment in this position. The leg that we moved last is going to come in first. Okay. So we lift up and over. We bring it back. And we do that again so that the leg is straight in front of us, nice alignment. Okay, same with the other side. We lift up and over, halfway. We lift up and over, back to center. Okay, this time we start with the other leg. So if you walked your right foot out first last time, you're walking your left foot out this time. Okay, we lift it up and over. We go again, up and over. So I'm not rushing this exercise because actually the slower we do it, the more challenging it is. Okay, so we go with the other leg. We lift up and over. Okay, up and over. Just sit in that position for a moment. Remember, ground the legs, lengthen through the spine. Okay, so the leg that moved out last comes in first. Okay, lift up and over. Oh, it's got challenging. And then we go again, up and over. Nice alignment. We go with the other side. Up and over. Up and over. Back to center. Okay, from there, legs out in front of us, hands grounded flat. And we relax the legs. Okay, just let go of the hip flexors, let go of the legs. You can kind of give the feet a little wiggle if you want. It's quite nice. Okay. From there, a little bit of restorative movement. We're going to draw one leg towards us around the foot. Okay, the other leg is out straight, and we're going to turn the toes in and out. Here from the front view, we're going to turn toes in and out. Now the movement, we don't want to just be moving the foot, okay? We're windscreen wipering from the heel to the toes. And what that means is we are moving through the hip. And this is a super simple but really effective exercise for mobilizing through the hip. Call it the deep clean of the hip. Okay? Body's very clever. When we move a joint, it releases its very own version of WD-40. A super simple exercise like this, highly effective. Notice how it feels, if it feels blocked or stuck, or if it just feels fairly straightforward with a nice fluent movement. Okay, from there we switch to the other side. Okay, draw the other foot towards us, hug that, and then we're windscreen wipering the foot, remember from the heel to the toes, so that we get the movement through the hip. All the way in and out. Maintain that length through the spine. Okay, so from there, we take ourselves down onto our back, hug the knees to the chest, give them a little wiggle, massage that lower back into the mat. Okay, so we're going to ground both feet. We'll do a couple of repetitions of the shoulder bridge, but then we're going to do another exercise, then we're going to combine the two. Okay, so grounded through the feet should feel fairly familiar. Scoop the tailbone under, flatten the lower back to the mat. Maintain the grounding of the feet throughout the movement. We lift the pelvis to the sky. Okay, squeeze through the glutes at the top. And then to mobilize through the spine, we're rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Okay, and we go again. Scoop it under, flatten the lower back to the mat. Lead with the pelvis, ground the feet, squeeze the glutes at the top, and then we roll it down. Okay, so we're going to change the exercise, and then we're going to combine them. So we're going to straighten through one leg, one knee bend, foot grounded. We're going to, the leg that's straight, we're going to imagine it's got a lead weight dangling on the end of the foot, yeah, so it's super heavy, okay, or the leg is lead, yeah. We ground the foot, we ground the pelvis, we engage the core, okay, and then we're going to lift the leg, okay, breathe, and we're going to bring it so it's the same, the thighs are in alignment, okay, and then from there, we're going to draw it down, slow and steady, remembering it's a heavy lead weight. We're going to switch to the other side. Okay, so engage the core, ground the pelvis, ground the supporting foot. Lead is heavy like lead. Breathe, Slowly, slowly, slowly bring those legs into alignment, those thighs, and then we slowly, slowly lower it down. Okay, so you can see what's coming next. We switch to the other side. Lift it up. Leg is like lead, lead, lead. It's slow. Okay, when the legs are in alignment, we're going to scoop the tailbone under, and we're going to lift into the shoulder bridge, single leg. Squeeze through the glutes to the top. Roll it down. Lower the leg. We switch to the other side. Okay, that is too much. You lift the leg, you place it down, you do the shoulder bridge, double feet, both feet grounded. You lift the leg, you lower it down. So you kind of separate the two, yeah? Switch to the other side. Lift. Okay, slow, steady. Roll. Pelvis to the sky. Squeeze through the glute at the top. Roll it down. Heavy lead weight. Control it. Slow, 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 slow. The leg touches the ground. And then we switch. Okay, we go again. Remember, everything's engaged. Core, rounded pelvis, rounded foot. We imagine that leg is heavy like lead, slow and steady. Yeah, it's easy to just throw that leg up in the air, super quick, slow and steady. Once the thighs are in alignment, scoop the tailbone under, into the shoulder bridge, squeeze the glute at the top. We roll it back. Down. Heavy, 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 heavy leg. Slow and steady. And then we switch. Okay. Engage everything. Core, grounded pelvis, rounded foot, heavy leg. Okay, thighs are in alignment. Scoop under. Pelvis to the sky, squeeze through the glute at the top, roll it down. Heavy lead leg. You're controlling that. Control, 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 all the way down. Okay, straighten the legs, take the arms overhead. Stretch everything out. Oh. Nice big stretch. You're going to bring the legs towards us. Just give that lower back a little massage into the mat before we bring ourselves into a seated position. We take those legs out in front of us, hands down behind us, but we just make sure we're letting go through the pelvis and the hips. Okay, relaxing the legs down, opening through that chest. And we are done and twisted.